Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm so excited. This is my first ever YouTube video and I can't wait. I've been wanting to do this for forever. YouTube is just really a big part of my life. I watch it nonstop all the time. There's so many influencers that I love to watch and I get so many ideas from them. I learn so much from them, and so I just kind of wanted to start my own channel. Like, I definitely do not think that I am just some guru at makeup, some beauty guru. Like, I am not the best. I'm not even that great. I really don't think so, but makeup is something that I have such a passion for and that I love so much. I worked at Sephora and I really got into it. Some of my friends were really into it, and so then I got into it and I just haven't stopped. Like, I watch YouTube all the time, but I'm just really excited to like start making videos, and I don't know how it's gonna go, but I don't know. I'm just excited. I'm ready to have fun with it. And I'm doing this look right here. I used kind of a mixture of drugstore and high-end products, but a little bit for everyone. I gave, some tips along the way. There is a few things in here that I put out there that I haven't ever seen on YouTube. A few like tips and tricks. So if you want to see those, then keep watching. There is a giveaway at the end of the video. I kind of want to get my channel like up and going, and so I am going to include a giveaway. To enter that, all you'll have to do is subscribe to my channel and like this video. So super easy to enter that giveaway. It's open to anyone. I'm trying to think if I'm forgetting anything. I don't think so. But yeah, if you guys want to see me create this look, just a simple like sort of glam, like bronzy glam, then just keep on watching. So here I am, barefaced. My hair's not fixed, nothing's done. We're just gonna go ahead and jump right into the video. The first thing that I like to do before I put on my makeup is put my hair up and put a little hairband on. I think it just makes it a little bit easier whenever I'm doing my makeup, so that I don't like get it in my hair and stuff like that. So I always just put it up into like a really, really high ponytail. It's not gonna look the most pleasing, but for now it will work until we get the makeup on. And I have not done anything so far to my face at all. No brows, nothing yet. So we're just gonna start together and we're gonna get into it and we're gonna get this done. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is go in with a primer, of course. I've already done my skincare, washed my face, moisturized, eye cream, all that. So first I'm going to go in with a primer. And let's see, today I'm going to go ahead and use this. This is the Cover FX, if it'll focus. It's a blurring primer. I really love the Cover FX primers. They're really great. They do a great job of the skin on the skin. I haven't used this one much, but it's kind of reminds me of the Benefit Professional. It's got like a little tint to it and everything. Not when you put it on the skin really, but it just reminds me of that overall. So I'm just gonna start with the nose area. This is my most important part, is just like right here on my nose. I get like enlarged pores right here on the side. And also I have a problem with foundation like sticking to my nose lots of times. To me, this primer is a little bit like silicone-y feeling, which I don't like that well. That's kind of why I don't like the Benefit Professional primer. But this one is not as bad as that one. And so for a blurring primer, this is probably my favorite one that I've used because it's still a little bit moisturizing and all of that. So just gonna put this everywhere, all over my face. Okay, so now that I finished putting primer all over my face, I'm gonna go in with my foundation, and today I'm gonna use another Cover FX product. It's the Cover FX, let me see if it'll focus. I don't think it's gonna focus. It's the Cover FX Power Play Matte Foundation. It's in the shade G50. I haven't used this in a while, so hopefully it's an okay shade. I kind of have trouble like matching between my summer and my winter shade, and it's kind of transitioning now because it's going to be fall. I'm using this e.l.f. sponge, and guys, this is the best trick that I can even tell you to get, because you don't have to walk to the bathroom to wet your beauty blender. Just spray it with this, like squeeze it a little bit and spray it with a spray bottle. It's so cheap, so easy. Make sure you switch the water out often though. You don't want like bad water in there. But I'm just going to take some of my foundation and put it on this e.l.f. sponge. I never have found a sponge that I like as well as my beauty blender, but this sponge definitely gives it a run for its money. Like, it is so soft and so good. I'm literally obsessed with it. Honestly, I reach for this one over my beauty blender now. Like, I really do, and it's crazy. So, and I like that it has the flat too, because it's good to, you know, clean up the edges when you need to. And just get, and it also has the pointy sides, so like for concealer and stuff. And I did just wash this one yesterday, so I didn't completely renew it, but it is clean from yesterday. So this shade's actually looking pretty good. And like I said, this is a matte foundation. It's supposed to be sweat proof, waterproof, and transfer proof. And honestly, I believe that it is. Me and my friend, we went to a Chris Brown concert in Dallas, Texas, and it was so hot, you guys. Let me tell you, oh my goodness, it was so hot. We were sweating, like drenched in sweat. Sorry, the lighting keeps going out of focus. But we were drenched in sweat, and like at the end of the day, her makeup looked so good and just so fresh and perfect. And so I was like, God, I really need to use this, which I've had this foundation for a while, but I wasn't that in love with it, honestly. And then when I saw like how well like it went through like the sweat and all that, then I was like very, very impressed. Okay, so I'm just dabbing that all over. Gonna get a little bit on my forehead and then we'll be done. It's looking good so far. I would say a medium to full coverage. It's not like super full, but it's not like sheer or medium. So it's like right there in the middle. I still think that it is a good coverage. Yeah, for sure. I think it's a good coverage. Almost got everything done. A little bit on my eyes. Just gotta make sure. If I keep looking down here, it's because I have a mirror down here. Kind of looking. Just making sure I get everything blended in. Alright, so it's looking good so far. It's a good color match for me, for sure. I'm going to take it down my neck just a little bit, just to make sure I don't have a line. But it's a pretty good match. It's not really too different, so I'm not going to take it down too far. And if I'm looking to the right, sometimes don't mind that I can see my face better to the right. So kind of got to see it to know what I'm doing. Alright, so for concealer today, I was going to do something a little different than Tarte Shape Tape because everyone literally loves Tarte Shape Tape. But I'm going to go ahead and do Tarte Shape Tape again. So, alright, so I just put some under my eyes. You know, the main place is if you watch makeup tutorials, then you pretty much know where to put your concealer. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit just like on the high points of my face. Like I do like a little exclamation mark on my nose. Just a little bit on my forehead. My forehead's really small, so I really don't put much, just a little bit right there. Once again, I grab my spray bottle and I'm gonna wet my beauty blender. Don't have to walk to the bathroom or anything, it's already ready. And then I'm just gonna go in and blend that out. And I love the Tarte Shape Tape because of the coverage. If you ever do have like a medium coverage foundation and you know need a little bit more coverage, that's why I really like this concealer, because you can just go in and get some more coverage with your concealer. So I'm just blending this out everywhere till it's nice and blended. Oh, and that shade, it's my Tarte Shape Tape, that's in the shade light medium. And I don't even know if this is my summer or my winter shade. I think it's my winter shade, so I think it's a little bit lighter. Okay, so I dimmed my ring light a little bit. I think that's going to help with like washing me out and with like my face like becoming blinded on the screen occasionally, so hopefully that'll fix the problem. Okay, now I'm gonna go in and set my face. I'm gonna use my Fit Me powder today. I love this powder. So many people talk about it on the internet. It's the Maybelline Fit Me, very great powder. The foundation, I also wear that almost every single day. It's so good. This is the loose finishing powder in 05 Fair. If you're a little darker skin tone, kind of like me, I'm kind of dark, not the darkest, but kind of dark. You may want to get the 10, the shade up. There's like 4 different shades. You may want to get the one up from that, but just depends on what you like. I don't really let my bake sit on that long. I'm gonna go in with this fluffy brush. I honestly don't even know what kind it is, but I really like it for powder. And then I'm just gonna set, ooh, that's a lot. That was way too much, but all right, I'm just gonna set the rest of my face, the rest of my forehead, and then just start kind of dusting all that bake away. Like I said, I don't let it sit very long because I don't want my face to be like too washed out or anything. Okay, all right, let's get it right here, camera. But so far, like, my skin is looking pretty good. I really don't like the way my skin looks right after I put powder on because it looks so flat and just kind of like cakey, because to me, like, powder is what makes your face cakey. And like, I'm not really a big fan of like the super matte. I like more of a dewy finish. But I have a lot of dewy face sprays. So if you're having that problem where like your face is just looking too cakey or too matte, I do suggest getting a few like dewy face sprays. And I have a few that I really, really love, and I will be using one at the end. All right, so we've got the powder on. I usually, next I'll go in with like a bronzer. I don't really contour. I kind of use a bronzer as my contour. Ooh, my headband just got junk on it. Let me fix that real quick. All right, so I grabbed one of my Vault palettes just so that I would have a mirror so that you guys can see. But I'm just doing it like normal. I always set under my eyes for sure, and like kind of on the side of my nose. So like that. And this is the same beauty sponge. It's still a little bit damp, but that's okay. All right, so just make sure you set it everywhere under your eyes so you don't get any creasing. That's like the most important spot to me, is to set like right under your eyes. And then I'm just gonna set the other spots that I put that concealer. A little bit on the tip of my nose, because my foundation always comes off on the tip of my nose. So I make sure to do that. Then of course, right there in between on my forehead. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with a bronzer, and I think I'm gonna use my Hoola by Benefit. I really, really love this bronzer. It just blends out really, really well. And I have like a huge brush for my bronzer. It's from Milani, and honestly, it's a powder bronzer brush, but if you haven't tried this brush, you can get it from the drugstore, but it is so good. It's so big. I just love it for bronzing though, because I like a very, very bronzed face. I like to be tan and like bronze. And so I just kind of go and put it right there under my cheekbone. You can see it covers a very large area. I kind of like tap it first and then go up, which I've kind of went like really crazy with it today. I usually don't go in with that much, but I seriously do love, love, love this brush for bronzer. Tap that off because that was way too much. Of course, the perimeter of my face, so under my cheekbones, that's the main part. And then I go a little bit, like I said, I don't do too much on my forehead because my forehead is just so small, but then I make sure to always get under my neck and kind of drag it down and just along the sides. This is a very good trick if you want like a sharper jawline. I used to not do this, but then I got like more and more into makeup and started working at Sephora and things like that. And so I started like learning more and learned this trick. And honestly, I had so many people like on Snapchat, like, your jawline, and I'm like, I've never heard that before, but I'm telling you guys, that really, really, really helps. But just make sure everything's blended out. All right, now I'm gonna go in with just a little bit of blush. I'm gonna use the Milani Baked Blush, another Milani product. Their products really are awesome. Sorry, it's not focusing, but this is in the shade Luminoso. This is one of the first things that I saw so many YouTubers talk about when I started watching about, oh, it's almost been a year ago. And this is an e.l.f. blush brush, and I really like it. It's really good. It's really dirty right now. I'm sorry about that. But, okay, so I just kind of smile and then just go right in and put it on the cheeks. This lighting is just horrible right now. So I may look like a mess on camera, but it's actually looking pretty nice, and hopefully you'll be able to see the end result. And I always wait to do my highlighter after I spray my face, so I'm not going to do that right now. I'm about to jump right into brows. That's pretty much it. And then I always go through again at the end with the spoolie to like just make them look a little bit more natural. I think it just spreads the product. And then I will clean up underneath, and I'll show you that. I'm gonna go ahead and go and do the other brow off camera and also dust off this bake and all that, and then I will be right back. What I do first is I brush through my brows, kind of brush them up, and then I'll start towards the back and just kind of, sorry, I'm gonna do it with a mirror so that it doesn't go out of focus. I just kind of like I just start like filling in the tail. And the bottom doesn't have to be like perfect because I go back in with a concealer to kind of clean it up. Yes, I do like to get that tail drawn on. I don't really do anything to the front. I used to, but at least on this good brow, I don't. I like it to look like more natural in the front, so I just kind of brush the front up. Then I work on the back because like my tail is just not that great. So now I'm drawing on that tail. Yes, like my intro said, this is my very first video, so I'm sure there's lots of technical problems and you guys are probably going to be like, this really sucks. But I just wanted to like get one out there and just show you guys some things, and hopefully y'all can learn some things. Like if just one person learns something, then I feel like I did good, you know. But I'm going to let that bake a little bit while I'm doing my brows. I'm not going to do both of them on camera because everybody knows that brows are so time consuming. But I am going to do one. I'm going to do my better brow. Everyone has their good and their bad brows. So this one is my good brow. I used to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills, the brow pomade. But I've switched over to using this Maybelline. It's the Brow Precise Micro Pencil. It is so good and so thin on the end. It reminds me of the like the ABH and the Benefit, the brow, I don't know, just the really skinny ones. I forget which one's which, but they're so good. But this one is so much more pigmented, and I absolutely love it. It is so good. I've been using it nonstop lately. I use the shade Dark Brown. So before I jump right into brows, I am going to clean up under here. And that's going to be impossible for me to look up while I'm doing this. But yeah, I just take that same beauty blender, just making a line with that same powder. Let me get a little bit more. Dang, I used a lot of powder today because this cap was like full. I take that beauty blender, the side that doesn't have any powder, and I just kind of go in and like blend that out even more. Alright, and then it's pretty much blended out. So now I'm going to do the same to this other eye, and then I will be right back. Okay, so I dusted that bake off, and now I'm going to go in and, oh, I did the other brow also. Now I'm going to go in and clean up just the bottoms. I don't do the tops, I just clean up the bottoms so it's a little more natural. I really like to use like a little angled brush like this, but like a thick one, not like a super thin eyebrow brush or eyeliner brush. It's angled, but it's like a lot more thick, and I really like to do that to clean up because it the thickness helps me blend it out, and the angle just really helps me clean it up. So I'm gonna go in with that Tarte Shape Tape. I just take the brush and just like dab just like a little bit on it, and then I'll go in and just clean up the bottom. Hopefully you can kind of see me do this. Well, I'll start with this one because I put it on this side, so. Okay, so I cleaned up both brows underneath. So they're looking pretty good. They're looking decent. So far, everything's looking pretty good. My face, like I said, is a little bit too matte for me, but at the end, I'll go in with that face spray. I am going to set my brows real quick. I'm going to use my Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. This is my favorite, and also the NYX Brow Gel, the Clear Brow Gel. They are my two favorites for sure. And I just kind of brush them up at the front and then like back at the ends. The first brush that I'm going to use is the JH32. It's just kind of a tapered like blending brush. It's pretty large. I'm going to go in with my transition shade. Oh, and while I was off camera doing my brows, I also like set my eyelids with that same concealer, my Tarte Shape Tape, and just kind of blended it out and put some of my powder over it. So I'm going to go in with Secure. It's this orange right here in the middle as my transition. Okay. So just like right into the crease. And these are so pigmented. And it's blending really nicely so far. I was debating on like what palette to use for this because I have so many that like I love and that I want to try and things like that. But I haven't really used my Vault collection too much. When I did use it, I did love it. It was so good. But I really haven't used it that much, so I wanted to kind of jump into it and use it a little bit more. And I know that a lot of people have been having problems with it, so I just wanted to kind of do a tutorial so that you can kind of see how the shadows work. But so far, this orange is blending really nicely. But I really haven't heard of any problems with like the matte shades. You may have, but I really haven't. But this transition is looking very nice. So, okay, so now for the fun part, my favorite part, the eyeshadow. I'm going to be using one of my Vault palettes today. It's the Jaclyn Hill by Morphe Vault. I'm going to use, what's the name of this one? This one is Bling Boss, and it's just, oh no, actually I'm not, that's not the one I'm using. The one I'm using is Armed and Gorgeous, and let me tell you, it is gorgeous. It's like bronzy, like browns and oranges. This olive green is just so beautiful. But I'm gonna go in with this, and I'm gonna do like a bronzy, like warm, kind of like a fall. Like these oranges and these browns really remind me of fall. So I'm gonna go in and do that. Okay, so that shade is pretty much blended out in my crease. This is one thing that I do after a transition shade. I always do this when, no matter what look I'm doing. I grab this huge Morphe brush. This is the M501. It's really, really big. I take it clean, and then I just go over that just to make sure there's no harsh edges in my transition shade, because that's the shade that's going to matter the most, because it transitions your lid to your brow, and you do not want a harsh line there whatsoever. So I always do that. I always take, it doesn't even have to be this big of a brush, but just a clean like blender brush. And that is probably one of the biggest tips I can give for eyeshadow, is if you are having problems with harsh lines, get like a big fluffy brush or a big blender brush and use it to just kind of go in and make sure that there's no harsh lines. So that's looking pretty good. It's blending out really, really well, so I'm liking that. I think I'm going to deepen it up a little bit and go in with this darker shade, Smooth Criminal. And it's like a brown, pretty much like a brown, like a warm brown, kind of a reddish tone, not too much. But I'm going to use that same brush that I was using, and I'm going to start at the outer corner. And I'm not sure how far I want to bring it in. I think, yeah, I'm just going to bring it in all the way, just kind of deepen up everything. Make sure it gets blended out. Alright, so now I'm going to take an even deeper brown. This one right here, it's Prowl. It's just like a dark brown. I'm just going to do that on my outer corner. So I'm going to darken up this outer corner. And I have this big brush, the same one that I've been using. I'm going to use that to like dab it out, or dab it on there. It's really easy. You just dip in and just pat it onto the eye. But I'm not going to use this one to blend it out, because then it'll just get everywhere because it's so big. I'll grab a smaller one to blend it out. But right now I'm just packing it on. So far it's packing pretty good. I don't really notice any like patchiness. A little bit, but not like too much. So just getting it all on that outer corner. And then I'll do the same thing to this side, just packing it on. And then I'm going to grab another clean brush that's a little bit smaller of a blending brush. I think this is just an e.l.f. brush or one from Walmart or something, but it's just like a blending brush. And I'm just gonna blend in that dark shade just a little bit more where it's a little bit patchy, just kind of blending that in. So far, not too bad. Okay, so I have that darker brown packed on both of my eyes, and now I'm gonna go in with this smaller blending brush. It's just a really, really tiny one. It's the JH39. I love it though. It's just so tiny and it just gets right in there. So I'm just going in and kind of like buffing it up at first. Like buffing it up into the crease. It's pigmented and pretty, but honestly not as like pigmented as I want. So now that we've got that pretty much blended out, I'm gonna go in with one of the shimmer shades, and I don't know which one I want to use. They're all just so pretty, but I think I'm gonna use this Girls Trip right here in the middle. This one's a little bit too bright gold. I want to just do more subtle, and this one's a little bit dark, but it's so pretty. Girls Trip. I'm just gonna put this on the lid though. I'm gonna take a very just flat, thin brush like this for that. I don't even know where this brush came from, but it's just any thin flat one will work. So I'm just dipping in that. I'm getting a lot on it. And then this is what people have been having problems with, is the shimmers. So hopefully I don't. I'm also going to spray it with a little bit of my Max Fix Plus. And then I'm just going to put it on the lid where I don't have any shadow yet. Well, before lashes, I'm going to tightline the tops of my eyes. I'm going to use this Urban Decay. It's the shade is Perversion, and it's just a really, really dark black one. I'm going to tightline, which is line the top of my eyes right here. This helps like hide your lash band, which I love. And it also makes your eyelashes look a little bit fuller. So if you're not wearing lashes one day, which I honestly don't wear lashes all the time, like just occasionally, I'm gonna put some on today, or attempt to. I literally have not worn them in so long, so I don't know how that's gonna go, but hopefully it'll go well. But I like this trick when I'm not wearing lashes because it does make your lash line a little bit more full. So I'm just doing the top. I'm not going to line the bottom or anything. But I'm going to take that same brush and just take whatever's left on it and just kind of go under it. Go under my eye so that it's not like too harsh. I don't like really dark colors under my eye, even when I'm doing like a smoky look, because I just think that it's a little bit too harsh and I like a little more natural. And I think I just dug my brush into the end, but oh well. But this still isn't as dark as I'd like, so I am going to dip in a little more. I'm going to go in with that light brown and just use that on. Alright, so I finished both eyes, and let me just tell you that the shimmer started working so much better whenever I kind of dug more into it. And I've been hearing that about these palettes, that if you kind of scrape off the top layer, which I don't necessarily think that you should have to do that when you spend your money on a palette, but it helped so much. And they're honestly, it's like so much more pigmented. Hopefully you can see, but yeah, it looks really, really nice. I'm almost done with the top. I'm going to go back in with that fluffy brush and take a little bit of the dark again and just kind of pat it over the edge, just because I'm sure we lost a little bit of it when we were putting on that shimmer. Okay, so for lashes today, I'm going to use my Huda Beauty lashes in the style Samantha number 7. I have used them before, so I'll kind of show you what they look like on here. They're just really thick, pretty wispy. I just really like them. They're very dramatic, so if you want a less dramatic lash, I wouldn't suggest those. But I'm going to go ahead and put the glue on them. And like I said, I'm not the best at putting on lashes, so I definitely am not going to be able to do it on camera. But I will give you a few tips, and if y'all want like a tutorial over how I put on false lashes like for beginners, I can do that too. But I'm going to go ahead and do those off camera too. And I just wait till it gets like almost dry, and then I'll go in with this little highlighter brush. And I have hair like everywhere. I shed so bad. This is from Miss Glam Cosmetics. I really like this brush though for highlight. And I'm going to use that Morphe palette again. I'm going to use the one that I used on my brow bone Cosmic. Just going to dip into that a little bit, and then we will see how this works out. I just put them in the normal places. Oh, that looks really pretty actually. Wow. Yeah, even like it looks really blinding in this light, so I like that for sure. I honestly have been like kind of going away from the blinding highlights, but sometimes I still really like them. And today I figured I'd put one on because this look's going to be a little more dramatic, and I am going to wear lashes, so yeah, I can go all out with this look. And also when you spray your face with like a face spray before you put these on, it's definitely gonna amplify it. I always put some on the tip of my nose. I love that look. And then down the bridge of my nose. I don't contour my nose. I'm gonna use the same palette. I'm gonna use just a small little flat brush for this. It just goes like right there. And I'm gonna use Cosmic for this one. I don't want that like pink shade, but I just put like literally right under my brow. That's all I do. I don't do anything else with that. I don't blend it down or anything, just right there under it. I don't like to take it down anymore because then to me it just doesn't look natural. But I do really like it right under it. I think that it kind of helps define the brows, and also just adds a little bit to your eye look, so I really like that. Looking at my lashes, they're still not dry. I haven't used the glue in so long that it was like kind of like icky when it was getting out. Okay. All right, I guess I can go ahead and spray my face, and then we'll do the highlight real quick. I'm gonna use that the MAC Fix Plus. This is the gold light, so it has little flecks of like glitter in it, so you may not like that, but it is supposed to help and like make your face like more dewy and like shimmery. So I'm gonna go ahead and just spray my whole face. Oh, I just love this part at the end. It's seriously my favorite part of the whole thing, is whenever I get to drench my face in whatever face spray I'm using. That's one of my favorite ones. Go ahead and do the inner corner highlight. I just take this little brush, kind of like a little pencil brush. It's just really small. It's from Moda. They're really pretty brushes though. They look like mermaid brushes. I'm gonna take a highlight shade from one of my Morphe palettes. This, I'm getting it out of here. I've only used it once, so I left it in the box. But this is the 8L, the Sculpt and Shimmer palette. I'm going to take one of the highlights from this palette. I think I'm going to take this like goldish color. It's called Supernova. So I'm just going to like dab into it and place it right there on the inner corner. Just right there. Supernova. Okay, so I have my lashes drying. I put the glue on them and everything. That's like the #1 tip I can give you, is to make sure your glue is tacky, because I used to put it on and then just be like, oh, hurry, I gotta stick it on so that it won't dry. But no, you need to wait till it's tacky. It'll even kind of change colors if you use the Duo Lash Glue, and that's the lash glue that I use. I love it. They stay so well with it. You can get it at Walmart or like Sephora. But while they're drying, I'm just gonna go in and put on a little bit of mascara, just because I want to be able to hide my lashes, and my lashes aren't completely black like the lashes are. So I'm just putting a very thin layer. I don't want to put a lot, because then it makes it a little more difficult to put on your false lashes. Okay, so I went ahead and did my lashes and my bottom mascara off camera. Lashes actually went pretty well, besides the glue taking forever to dry. But they actually look really nice. I don't know. I just really like it. I like how the look turned out so far. So the last thing we have left before we spray our final setting spray is lips, and I'm gonna take this NYX Suede Matte Lip Liner. It's in the shade Downtown Beauty, my all-time favorite lip liner, favorite color, favorite shade. It works great with any nudes. It's just like kind of like a dark brown, like nudie color, and oh, I just love it. It's very, very creamy. So I'm looking pretty crazy with my lips lined right now, but I am going to go in with a lipstick. And I did put on a chapstick like right before I started filming. I do that like with my skincare. I'll just go ahead and put on a chapstick because my lips get really dry. And also if I'm going to be wearing matte, I love to do that. This is the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Pro Matte Liquid Lipstick. This is like their chocolate collection. And let me tell you guys, oh my gosh, it smells so amazing. I just could see it. Like, it literally smells like chocolate cake, and it just makes me hungry. But oh, it smells so good. But I love this shade. It's like a nude. I just love the shade. And like, I love these matte lipsticks because they don't feel like too drying or anything like that. Because that's the problem that I find with most. It's pretty good so far. I'm going to go in with a gloss over it though because I just love glossy lips. And with this like kind of like glowy look, I want to go ahead and put a gloss on. It's the Wet n Wild. It's the first time I've tried their gloss, so I'm interested to see. This is in Sun Glaze. It's just a really pretty gloss. I really like the shade. It feels nice on my lips. I like it with this color for sure. I actually really like that. It looks nice so far. Make sure my lips aren't all out of order. Oh, that actually looks really nice. I'm really liking that. So the last and final thing to finish off the whole look is one more spray of setting spray, and I'm gonna use my other one, the Mario Badescu, because I think it'll make me look a little more dewy. The Max Fix Plus, it worked pretty well to kind of make me dewy, but this one just completely just changes how my makeup looks and just looks so dewy. I do so recommend this spray, and it's a good like skincare spray too. I'm just gonna close my eyes, drench myself in it. Oh, I just love setting spray. I could spray, like literally sit here and spray myself all day. But yeah, anyway, this is the finished look. I'm very pleased with how it turned out, actually. There wasn't any product that I really just did not like. But yeah, I'm gonna go like fix my hair and then come back just so you'll be able to see like really what it looks like whenever everything's put together. So I'll be right back. Alright guys, so this is the completed look. I went ahead and curled my hair and fixed it so you could kind of see what it looks like when I actually look decent. But yeah, this is it, and I really love the way that it turned out. I really like the eyes. All the products seem to work really well for me. I liked them. The Jaclyn Hill palette, I thought it was going to be a little bit hard to blend, and the shimmers wouldn't be that great at first, but honestly it worked out really well. I'm really liking it. But yeah, it's just a really pretty like bronze like fall look, and you can pair pretty much any lip color you want with this. I think like a dark vampy lip would look really good with this also. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna go ahead and jump into the products that I'm giving away. Alright, so like I said in my intro, I am going to be doing a giveaway. It's very simple to enter. All you have to do is subscribe and like this. And I have 5 products that I'm going to be giving away. This is open to anyone. So if you like and subscribe, then this is open to you. I do have another giveaway on Twitter. So that is Makeup by Leslin, and if you go on there, you'll see how to enter that one. So that one's also open to everyone. So 2 different giveaways that you can be entered into. But this is the giveaway for this video. I'm going to be giving away this Crown eyeshadow palette. It is so beautiful. I wanted to keep it, but they're just, let me take out this little thing. But it's just so pretty and like got some fall colors in it. But seriously, it is just so gorgeous. So I'm going to be giving that away along with this green tea nourishing, relaxing, and clarifying mask. I don't know if you can see it. It's from Newport. I have used the other one that's for hydrating your skin and absolutely loved it. It felt so good. My skin felt so good afterwards. So just a little skincare mask. We also have this Twila True. It's a face oil, so another little skincare product. This is really good for hydrating your skin if you have dry skin. But if you have oily, it's not too oily that it's just going to leave a layer of oil on your face. I really, really like this face oil though. So that's a good one. You can also use it as a primer like before you put on your makeup. And I'm also going to be giving away this Clinique, the Pretty Easy Liquid Eyelining Pen. It's just a liquid eyeliner, super thin tip. It's so easy to put wings on or just do your eyeliner. It's just so easy. Clinique is one of my favorite brands also. And then I'm also going to be giving away this NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream. It is a matte color. It's in the shade Athens. I absolutely love this color. It's like kind of like a pinkish nude, but it just looks really great on any skin tone. So that's another one that I'll be giving away. So if you would like to win these 5 products, then go ahead and subscribe to my channel and give it a thumbs up. And I thank you guys just so much for watching. I had so much fun doing this. I really did. And I hope that you learned something. You learned just a few tips or tricks or anything. But leave comments down below if you guys want to see anything else or want to be positive, whatever. I mean, I'm here for it. So, but thank you guys again so much for watching, and I will be choosing the winner of the giveaway, of this giveaway. I'm doing the Twitter one September 30th, so let's go ahead and do like October 5th. We'll just say October 5th. So I'll write that down after this. But thank you guys so much for watching.